Good day, viewers. Today we are going to discuss enterprise resource planning, ERP in short. Today the market has changed from local to global. The industries and business have to compete on price, quality and productivity. Enterprise resource planning is a tool which can help the organizations to do that. Let us see what is ERP. ERP is a software-driven business management system or a tool which integrates all the aspects of business, such as the planning of various aspects in industry, the manufacturing of various products, articles or services, the sales, the marketing, the finance involved, and information available for that, as well as human resource management, the labor force and so on. Now all this requires enormous collection of data. Without data, ERP cannot function. So let us briefly discuss the various types of data models which the ERP should have. Now ERP data includes shippers data, the capability of the transport agencies to carry the goods from the company's warehouse to the customer's retailer shops or retailer's depot, and how much is this reach. Suppose an export company has to send some goods to America, whether the transporter can send by ship or by air. Then we also need purchase commitments, data regarding purchase commitments, how many customers are ready to purchase our product or services. The payroll data, how much the company spends on the payroll of the workers which are engaged in providing the service or producing the goods, the taxes involved, excise duties, custom duties and so on, and other overhead dues which the organization has to pay to fix the cost of the product. Then general ledger is a very important financial aspect which has to be collected, which integrates transactions data. It is the basis for budgeting and planning for future activities. Other data which are required for ERP successful implementation are the labor data. Any organization needs human resources to arrange for the production or providing the services. What is the market for that labor which is available locally, or they have to get from outside the country or outside the state, the sources of those labor from colleges, polytechnics, universities and so on. It also needs the data about internal marketing. Within an organization, the next process is the customer for the previous process. This is what we mean here by internal marketing data. It also needs data for sales forecast, how much the company is going to have the sales in the next 3 months, next 1 year and so on, product wise. Then it will decide what is the production capacity for the next 3 months. This also needs production scheduling and the raw material preparation for that production scheduling. It also needs data for inventories available with the organization, its warehouse capacity where the inventory of spare parts, raw materials is kept, its inventory also for the finished goods where the finished goods are finally kept before they are dispatched to the distributors. We will now discuss the transaction data, which is a dynamic process which depends upon the things which come and go within the organization. These transaction data include bill of materials, which normally the company gets when a vendor supplies certain material, the vendor's receipts, when a vendor supplies some goods, it sends some receipts, they have to be recorded in the data warehouse under ERP. Then the new orders which the company has to fill in the next 1 month, 3 months, 6 months and so on. The back orders, the orders which the company got in last 2-3 months. The rejected order, this normally happens with organizations which place repeat orders. They sometimes say that we put the orders, it has not been fulfilled, so these back orders are to be given priority. Rejected orders are normally the orders which have been cancelled by the customer all of a sudden without prior information. then the orders which have been completed and successfully received by the customers, and the purchase order which the company wants to buy from some other organizations are also to be put into the data warehouse. Now we discuss briefly how ERP and its extended ERP version can help the organization to achieve these goals of integration and optimization of various resources the organization had at its disposal. Now these extended ERP includes a set of tools for effective implementation. In India, we found the implementation is very difficult and troublesome thing. Many organizations have burnt their fingers in improper implementation. Extended ERP helps the organization to understand how the proper implementation of ERP can be made. It also is promoted by an organization which is called BON, it's a major supplier of ERP package, for rapid, flexible, quality implementing of enterprise-wide software facilitating continuous improvement. ERP doesn't stop at the improvement stage. It continues till the final goal of zero defect, 100% productivity is achieved, which should be the main concern of every business organization in today's global market. Extended ERP is also for quickly mapping the ERP application. Mapping means here what is your present situation and what you want to be. Any difference between the present situation and what you want to be, a super leader in your market segment, can be, the gap can be filled by proper mapping and then take the steps to achieve that super goal. Now let us talk about the business modeling. The ERP insists on a proper business model so that you can successfully implement within the limited time available to the organization. SAP, a system application product company, designed this model for which is event-driven process chain, EPC. It's a methodology which connects all the users, the vendors, the company, the organization, and the customers. The users, the events, the tasks, the functions, the organization information, and can analyze very complex business process. What I say, aircraft manufacturing company has wonderful processes which are very complex. This event-driven process chain can simplify that and make the supplier, the organization, and the customer as an integral part of the whole organization. It provides a standard template. It's a process which can be fixed in the organization to provide a standard tool for future products. Let us now see how ERP is implemented. Once we are successful in implementation, the result of good productivity, better marketability, better market share will automatically come in. Let us see how this is done. For a proper implementation, a consultant is very important because the ERP vendor who supplies the package will not tell you the fine points which are very important for the organization to understand. The organization themselves do not know the way it has to be implemented. So the consultant is the link which helps the organization to fill that gap between the supplier of ERP package and the industry. So the role of consultant is very important. Then the customization. Now this coat I am wearing, if I buy a ready-made coat, it may not fit me properly. So I go to a tailor to make some cuts so that it fits me. Exactly same thing happens when a company buys an ERP package from the standard vendors, because these packages have been made for a group of organizations which may not fit that particular individual industry. So the customization here means, it means by satisfying user requirement and overall business objectives within the existing framework of this standard package. Every package which we buy from the ready-made vendor of ERP is with a standard framework. The business, the industry which buys this ERP package may have flexible boundaries. So the customization helps the industry to make this smooth corners to fit the needs of the organization. So customization is very, very important. and we must try to have minimum customization, because it costs money for the industry to customize it. If it's a major customization, the cost of customization sometimes exceeds the cost of the package itself. Then the consultant must give a feeling that enterprise resource planning is an integrator. It integrates all the aspects within the organization. It's not a differentiator. It makes everybody a team in the organization to achieve the goals. Having said so, now let us look at some precautions which the industry must observe for the successful implementation of ERP package. It has taken years for some organizations to implement ERP packages without success, whereas for some organizations within 29 days they could successfully implement ERP package. So once these precautions are taken care of, the smooth implementation is possible. Now let us see this. When coordination and communication are missing between the different departments in an organization, one might as well forget efficiency and successful implementation. So in brief, I want to say that coordination and communication, excellent, wonderful, transparent communication is very, very important for successful and fast implementation of ERP package. If there is no communication, there are hindrances, speed breakers, then forget about proper implementation. Working in isolation. In India, I have seen many, the design department does not know what production department needs. Production does not know what marketing is going to focus on. So this type of airtight compartment is not allowed in ERP system. Working in isolation should not be allowed at all. There must be a team effort. There should be boundary-less departments. They can walk into the other section and interact with each other for proper implementation. Other precaution is missing the profit burst. When you have the conflicting situation, it's quite possible whatever money has been invested in the ERP package purchase and implementation may go down the drain, and you will miss the organization will miss the profit burst. Otherwise, it can make lot of profits within reasonable time of return. Having said so, now let us go to the problem which the organization must focus before they go for ERP implementation. Unfortunately, many companies, they do not know why they want ERP, because there is a trend that every industry has gone for ERP. We also go for ERP. That should not be the objective. The company should have a well-defined qualitative objective before it goes for ERP. So let us decide what are the points which the company should do to have this, to get tangible business benefits such as inventory reduction. I have seen many organizations have crores of rupees inventory held up which they don't use for 2-3 months or sometimes years together. Now inventory costs money, it costs interest, there's a pilferage, there's a deterioration of the quality, there's a theft, there's a fire hazard. All these could be reduced or minimized if you control the inventory, and it saves finally in the cost of production. So inventory reduction should be one of the goals for ERP implementation. Faster time to market, the lead time. Suppose I have conceived some idea to market a good in the market. I should decide within 3 months or 6 months I will bring this product and try to reduce this, and I will give an example of General Electric in my due course, which reduced by implementing ERP from 3-4 weeks before ERP to about 1 day the lead time in a product which they brought to market. So that should be also identified whether their goal is to faster time to market, reducing manufacturing and order processing cycle time. I have seen a body of a car which takes about 3 hours to process. In Japan, Toyota company, that same is done within 3 minutes. In 1 minute, they change the die which makes the body or the roof of the doors of a car. So the company should decide now one of these or most of them as their focused target for implementing the ERP. Very few ERP implementation in India have reached the stability or maturity so far because of the teaching problems. The legacy system, the system which they have been working, is so lethargic, is so static that they cannot migrate their data, the manual data, to automated electronic data interchange, which ERP insists. So the ERP insists on that the organization should be very fast to change. Now change is another factor which ERP highlights, that without change the progress and the success is very difficult to achieve. Having said so, now let us come to the key issues which a business or organization faces. This can be a non-government organization, it can be a university, a hospital, a post office, postal services, a courier service, or a manufacturing industry. Now functionality. Whatever ERP package we should buy from any vendor, which we are going to discuss in due course, it must be functional to the needs of that organization. Just like in design, we want to design a table, it should be functional. It must have some support where we can put our paper or whatever things we want to keep on the table. So functionality is very important to support the best business practices, a focused evaluation exercise, quality and commitment of business and product consultants. So these are the key issues which the organization should consider before placing the order for any ERP package from any vendor who are available in the market. The technology. We know that today technology is changing at very fast rate. The computer or hardware we use today may be obsolete after 6 months. So we must have a scalable ERP. Suppose we are a small organization today, after 4 years we may grow very big. So the ERP package which we buy today should also grow with the organization. That's called scalability. It must support all kinds of operating systems. You know, many software work only some certain system, Windows, Unix, Linux, and so on. We want the system which are independent of platforms, of networking system, and so on. So it's very important. Otherwise, you'll find difficulty in implementing. Then databases and hardware. It's very important. The technology should be the up-to-date technology which can take care of all these aspects of the ERP. Having said so, now the criteria for implementability, successful implementation of ERP. It should be easy to configure, to suit the needs of the customer, ease of use and software flexibility to support optimization of business process. Optimization is very important. We must make the best use of whatever resources we have, the human resources, the machines, the finance available with the organization, the buildings, and whatever the organization can lay hands on should be used to optimal extent. Then setting up parameters, designing menus, and authorization, who will do what type of job. In India also I have found many companies do not know properly what a person, individual person is supposed to do. There is no line of action, nowhere is decided who will take the decision. Everything goes to the managing director, which could be handled at shop floor manager level. So this authorization is very important. The role of responsibility of employees has to be clearly understood. Everybody should know what is my role, what is other person's role, what is the top management's role, and so on. This confusion that it may not be, it's not my responsibility, it's somebody else, baby, has to be clearly defined and documented. That's the ERP requirement for proper implementability and configured to the system. Now, having discussed all these things, if people think once the ERP is implemented, the object is achieved. Let me remind you viewers, ERP is a tool. It's not the object in our organization. The object is to have better market, higher market share, better quality, reduced cost of production, and so on. ERP is a means to achieve that. Now, after implementing ERP, there are post-pains which are to be taken care of. One should not think that after implementing ERP, I should sit back, relax, and my job is over. No. He should be as active as before after implementing ERP. To maximize the gains, whatever the gains have been received, achieved in the past implementation process, they should be maximized to the higher figures. Observe the improved morale of the workforce. This is very important. Why an organization likes to work in a company which is ISO 9000 certified or an ERP implement company? Because the morale of the employees is higher in those organizations. So once an ERP has been implemented in some business organization, the morale of the workforce should automatically be higher. A well-managed, well-implemented, well-documented, well-received ERP can give a return on investment as high as 200% within a reasonable time of 1 to 2 years. A poorly managed, poorly implemented, poorly documented ERP may or may not even give 25% return on investment in even 3, 4, 5 years. So it's very important to understand that proper implementation is the key to success, and this can be done with proper focus on the objectives and proper implementation. Then move to the very close to the best business practice in industry, setup of industry. Having discussed this, let us see now the methodology which is available to the companies to implement the ERP and to decide whether to go for ERP or not. First of all, the organization should find out identify the needs. If the organization is very lethargic, very old technology oriented, manual operations, then there's a need to change and to implement ERP. If the organization is very dynamic, modern, growth oriented, with automatic information, tools, hardware and so on, well, there may or may not be a need to implement or buy an ERP package. So for those who are technology oriented, they have to go for ERP to make it more successful. Now this shows the need and identification of the need, evaluating the as-is situation. What is our present state of affairs? How much is our market share today? Maybe it's 5%, we want to make it 15%. Well, the lead time today is 3 months, we want to reduce to 1 month. Inventory is 20 crore rupees today, we want to reduce to 1 crore. So these are as-is situation, and then the company should also know in advance what is the desired situation, where we want to be after ERP implementation, how much should be our reduction in inventory, how much should be the increase in the market share, and so on. Re-engineering is very important aspect. The whole ERP based on change and re-engineering of the business processes. The unproductive, expensive processes should be completely eliminated and forwarded by new or latest processes. Evaluation of the ERP packages. You don't go because one company is very famous provider of ERP package and therefore we should go for it. No. You invite all the providers of ERP, evaluate each individually, see their strengths, what is in their package, what are their weaknesses, how much is the serviceability of their package after implementation service and so on. So evaluation is very important. Once a proper evaluation is done, the 50% job of the company is over. So evaluation of the ERP packages, then finalizing the ERP package which suits the organization with minimum customization so that you don't spend time and money to bring it to your size and you fit to your dimensions. Then installing hardware and network is very important. Without proper hardware and networking, ERP doesn't work at all. Then finalizing the ERP consultant, the consultant who will give the goods in the minimum possible time at the minimum possible cost to the organization. Then final implementation of ERP. Having said so, let us identify the organization should ask themselves some questions. If 50% of the questions give answer yes, then it's time for the organization to go for ERP. If less than 50% answers are yes, then there is still no time to change. Will it improve profitability? That's the first very important question. If ERP has the potential to improve the profit with the organization, the answer is yes. The ERP must be implemented along with other yeses if we get it. Next question the company should ask itself, will it reduce delivery time? Suppose present delivery time for an order is 3 months. Will it reduce 1 week, 2 weeks from that 3 months old order delivery time? If the answer is yes, yes, we should go for ERP. Will it reduce product cost? Suppose Maruti 800 costs 2,30,000 on road today. After ERP implementation, will it cost 2,10,000? If the answer is yes, the organization should go for it. Will it enable re-engineering of business processes? Re-engineering of business processes is very important, as is. The old unproductive processes must be discarded and the new, latest, most economical methods must be adopted. If the answer is again yes, the organization should go for it. Will it reduce manpower for the same production target? Suppose we are producing 8,000 cars a day in a particular company. With the reduction of about 10% in manpower, can I still have 8,000 cars a day? If the answer is yes, the organization must go for ERP. Then finally, will it enhance customer satisfaction? Customer is God today. He has many available choices with him in the same price tag, with better models and so on. Will it help the organization that customer is happier? Having said so, now let me summarize why ERP has become so important tool today, not only for the students of management, engineering, economics, computer applications, but for industry, and industry also not for only manufacturing industry, but for service industry, because till today in Indian scenario, right hand didn't know what left hand is or was doing. They were airtight compartments, there were walls, there were hindrances which stop this communication. ERP brings them together. Once the organization's various departments are together, the company has every chance of success in better market share, in better quality of the product, reducing lead time, reducing inventory, and finally, wonderful moral of the people who contribute in the development, growth of the organization. I thank you viewers for watching this episode. Good day viewers. Today we are going to discuss in part 2 of enterprise resource planning the various vendors who are available in this country to supply the ERP packages, their strengths and weaknesses, and the opportunities for the organizations to select a proper ERP vendor. But before I do that, I'll very briefly recap what we discussed in the part 1 of this program. In the part 1, we defined what is ERP. We then discussed what ERP includes. We also discussed the data which are collected in the data warehouse of ERP. We also discussed the problem statement which the organization should identify before they go for ERP, their implementability, the post-implementation problems which the organization may face. We also discussed the methodology which has to be adopted for proper ERP implementation. We then asked the organization to ask themselves some questions before they decide to go for ERP package. If the answer to these questions is yes, they should go. If no, they should wait for some time. Now, the part 2 starts. The need for quick flow of information between business partners, the customers and the vendors. Effective management information system for quick decision making. It's very important the decision should be made very fast at the right time. The need for high level integration among the various departments. The elimination of manual operation should be eliminated completely, and we should go to electronic data interchange. We should evaluate the present situation in the organization, what we call as is situation. That includes total time the business process needs to complete the job or the production schedule, the total number of decision points. The decision points should be as minimum as possible. The flow of information, the number of reporting points. In a smooth organization, the number of points where the people report should be minimum. And finally, the number of departments, geographical locations that the business process involves. If it is a multi-location organization, all the locations should be included. The market today is controlled by a company called System Application Products. This has about 29% of the whole worldwide ERP market among the major 10 players. The beauty of this ERP vendor is it includes almost every type of industry: manufacturing, service industry, non-government organizations, no-profit organizations, and so on. Some of the examples which this company handles are raw materials, mining, agriculture, oil and gas industries, chemical industries, pharmaceutical industries, building materials, clay, glass industries, building and heavy construction equipment, earth movers, and so on. It also handles ERP packages for primary metals, metal products, steel, and this continues further to industrial and commercial machines, including machine tools, automotive industry. Most of the Indian automotive industries have SAP ERP package, shipbuilding, aerospace, rail industry, transportation and tourism also is handled by ERP package supplied by SAP, electronics, optics, communication equipment industries, wood and paper industry, furniture, food, clothing. All these industries are handled by SAP's ERP package. It also includes retails and wholesale trading, storage, distribution, shipping. It also includes utilities like powerhouses, water boards, and so on. It also provides ERP package for banks, insurance companies, financial services. It also gives a package for government and public administration and services like state governments, district governments, and so on. Museums, associations, health cares and hospitals are also handled by ERP of SAP. This also includes educational institutions, engineering colleges, universities. In USA, many universities have used SAP's ERP package. Consulting and software companies, service industries like courier services, postal services, and so on. Now, the application of the SAP ERP includes financial accounting, which is the backbone of any business organization, the general ledger, accounts, receivable and payable, fixed assets. The company has land, buildings, etc. That's handled by ERP financial package, legal consolidation. SAP markets its ERP under R3 name, this revision 3, that applies to financial control, overhead cost control, cost center accounting, overhead orders, activity-based costing. What one particular activity cost can be handled by this ERP package. Then product cost control, cost control for a particular product, how much is cost involved in production of that particular product. Cost object controlling, profitability analysis is also handled by this financial package of ERPs provided by SAP. It also includes investment management, where the company should invest, like UTI or some financial banks. Corporation-wide budgeting is handled by ERP provided by SAP. Appropriation request, investment measures, where the company should invest. Automatic settlement of fixed assets, depreciation, forecast, that's a part of RP in budgeting, balancing sheet, and cost planning based on current value of the currency. It may be rupee, dollar, yen, and so on. SAP's R3 ERP package also includes treasury module, which calls about cash management, which is very important. The president of Tata Finance once said, once the cash management of industry fails, the company fails. So this ERP package is wonderful for cash management, treasury management, in-house banks, market risk management if the company is investing in some shares and so on, fund management, integrated enterprise management with enterprise controlling. SAP has a module for production and data management. The production and data management includes sales and distribution, at what location the distribution should be made available. Production planning and control, very important for manufacturing industry. Project system, research and development, very important for a dynamic organization. Total productivity management, almost zero defect and zero breakdown time on the machines. Work-based systems, project information system, materials management, very important. We used to have MRP1 and MRP2. Then purchasing, inventory, warehouse, invoice verification is a part of this production module of ERP by SAP. SAP has a module for quality control. Now this includes ISO 9000 quality system, a very documented quality system. Verification of procedure, procured goods, the goods which are purchased from different vendors. Quality planning, statistical quality control, statistical process control, whether the process is within certain upper and lower limit or not. Quality notification, certification, quality management information system is a part of logistic information system under SAP's ERP package. SAP plant maintenance is also a very strong module provided in this ERP package. It maintains planning under total productivity maintenance, service management, installed base management, managing the customer installed base, including the configuration as required by the customers. Service agreement, after sales service with the customer is also handled by this plant maintenance. Call management, wherever the customer calls for some service is available. Invoicing, billing, service information system. SAP R3 human resource management, which as I indicated in part 1 is a very important in ERP given by all the vendors. This has a special package for personal management, employee master data, human resource information system, employees information system, travel management when the employees goes on leave and so on, personal and administration, recruitment management, benefit administration, the bonus etc. to the employees. The salary administration is a part of this package. Time management, time data when the employee come in and go out, time evaluation, time management, review, reports and analysis, shift planning, who will come in first shift, second shift, third shift and so on, qualification and the requirement of the employees for different categories of the workforce, career and succession planning, very important in human resource, that how the employee will go further on upper levels. Education and training of the employees is a part of this package. Then business events for conferences, seminars, for quality improvement of the employees, the booking of the conferences, how much it costs to the company, the trends and highlights in the technology and the services, intranet and internet, business workflow, employees self-service certification, their addresses and dependence data, when their birthday is there, marriage anniversary is there, the gift, etc., should be sent by the employees. Marketing of ERP. Now, how SAP or other players should market their product is also to be understood by the industry. The market dynamics and competitive strategy is very important. Analysis for competitive position, customer purchase criteria. A customer, on what basis he is going to buy the ERP package. The ERP vendor should know the price of the package, the quality delivery, credit to the customer, after how much time he has to pay the whole amount, preference criteria, customer's perception of competing products by other vendors of ERP. For a ERP vendor, it's important to come to a unique selling position so that he is ready to or able to sell his product ERP package. Then he must target the market, the customer needs. The customer normally have the stated needs that this is my requirement, the market share should increase and so on. There may be real needs, sometimes they are unstated. He has in mind but he cannot speak out. Delight needs, he gets delighted after he uses the product, and the secret needs. Relationship marketing has become a very important tool now, because the one customer once who has come to you, he should continue to come later on also. Then segmentation, targeting and positioning is also very important as a unique selling position by any vendor. Developing a market for any business is important to develop the market for a new product or new service. Then planning market programs, marketing strategy, production line or product line, distribution, sales source, service, advertising, seminars in various cities, major cities, the trade shows where they should participate, strategy should be adopted, action programs should be made, and then marketing and environment, culture, social and psychological factors should be taken into account. What are the cultural background of the people where the product is to be launched? Then what is the process of buying an ERP package? Who should initiate the requirement that this company needs an ERP package? The people who are going to use the package should be involved in purchasing of the ERP package. They must include technical person, maybe manager or general manager production, planning and so on, who have the formal authority to have that power to purchase. This must include high-level managers, general managers and above, 3 to 4 from who are customer-driven. They have in mind the customer's interest and wants to be competitive, complex business processes. Now, actual ERP cycle consists of 7 parameters. First of all, the vendor should prospect top 500 companies in a given geographical location who have the potential to implement ERP. Then the qualification of the prospect of the company which is interested in buying the package. Corporate marketing position, market position, demonstrating the key features. Every ERP vendor should come with a package to demo, give a demo that this package can achieve this after a proper implementation. Simulation of some business processes like marketing or quality or production. Closing the sale work. Once these 5 steps are completed, 80% of the work of buying a ERP package is over. The remaining comes discount offered, the track record of the company, which is about 20% of the work. Now, there are some definite criteria for selecting an ERP package. The topmost is functionality. The ERP should be functional. This is very important. Any product which cannot serve the purpose for which it is purchased has no value if its functional requirements are defeated. Similarly, the ERP package which a company is investing in, which may cost ₹1 crore or so, must be functional, and 22% of the weightage of buying a package is given to the functionality, topmost requirement. Then comes the technical architecture. It must be able to be working on various platforms, on various network systems and under various software available to the system. It must be able to execute the system, that is given 18% weightage. The service during the implementation and after the implementation about 14%. the vision of the ERP vendor and the buyer that the company will grow and the ERP package will be also scalable should be about 14%. The cost of the package, which runs into crores, should be given the least weightage, because the company is going to get it returned within a year or so once it's properly implemented. And once the above factors are given proper due respect, the cost will automatically be returned, and it's given about 11% weightage in selecting the proper ERP package. ERP and its competitive advantages. Analysis of market at micro level, completely at bottommost level. It differentiates between qualifiers and order winners. Now, order winning should be the main objective of an organization, because everybody qualifies to submit tenders to some company that I can supply this, I can supply this. Out of 12 people who give the tenders for a supply of certain commodity or service, only one will get the order. Now, that company, one, has to be the company which is going to implement the ERP. He should win the order, not only qualify to submit the tender, but win the order. It's very important, and ERP helps in getting the company, winning the order, getting the order in their hand. The multi-mode operation support, it understands the market in depth study and discussion. Operation of synergy is an order winner goal, which has to be kept in mind when ERP's package is purchased. Then the order winners and qualifiers. The corporate strategy objectives, price value analysis. Why Indica was successful when it was launched? Because of price success and the time it was introduced. It forced other companies to reduce their own market cost of the product. So it's very important the organization should be able to fix the price of a product or service where they can buy the hearts of the customer. And ERP helps this to the organization to fix the proper price based on their cost at various points. Then the delivery reliability. We normally get number of export orders. Unfortunately, Indian companies have been disastrously failure in meeting the delivery schedule. I know many companies in Taiwan which place orders with Indian companies. The company promised order within 3 months it will be landed at the Kaohsiung airport in Taiwan. Unfortunately, 3 months later on it was found the product was in shop floor under manufacturing. So delivery schedule is very, very important, and ERP helps the organization to meet the delivery schedule. The next one is super fast procedure. As I discussed in part 1 also, there are many processes which are unnecessarily delayed on the shop floor. ERP helps in the organization to reduce the cycle time and make the process faster, better quality oriented, focused and economical. I have given some examples on this screen. General Electric, before they implemented ERP, they used to make BOSS, which is control BOSS, used to take 3 weeks in the non-ERP environment. After ERP implementation, in that environment it took about 5 days, 0.6 weeks. Motorola also used to produce the same product. They used to take about 3 weeks in pre-ERP implementation, and then after post-implementation they reduced 0.06 weeks, reduction of very 1/50th of that. HP also produces one product which used to take 4 weeks, it reduced to 1 week after that, and so on. Now, dimensions of the quality, where ERP is very careful that the organization should be very particular about the quality of the service or the product they provide to the customer. The performance, the design and the manufacturing systems, the features and secondary design, ergonomics and so on, reliability within a given time, conformance to specifications, whatever they specify as technical, non-technical specification, the product fulfills that, durability of the product life, the serviceability after the product has been used by the customer, how the service will be made available, ease of service, whether he can service himself, aesthetic issues, final look of the product, and perceived quality. These are the quality dimensions of the ERP package. The order winner situation. A company which is responsive to the increased demand and flexibility will be always the order winner. Widening product range. As we have seen, Hindustan Motors was consolidating only one model. Fiat did the same thing. Maruti came with 5-6 models, and every 2-3 years they are producing new one. Intelligent resource planning, competitive advantages, data model and information, groupware, workflow, document management, and communication, which is the most important backbone of ERP package. A wonderful, efficient, reliable communication between various partners or houses. After SAP, another player in the international market is manufacturing professional. It's a flagship of a company called QAS. This is also an ISO 9000 company. It started in 1979, available in 28 languages including Hindi. It has more than 3,600 installations worldwide and in about 82 countries. Manufacturing professional, it provides an integrated global supply chain management. This is another aspect of ERP, that you have the supply chain management right from the vendor to the consumer. Efficient, reliable, smooth supply chain management, which reduces the cost. Then distribution, financial services, and support management. This company is a time to benefit methodology uses, which is quick to implement and easy to use and maintain. As I said, implementation is a very troublesome aspect. This ERP package by QID under the trade name Manufacturing Professional is very easy to implement. It's a window-based graphical user interface. It's an intuitive navigational tool that simplifies learning process by the people who are going to use the ERP package. It makes the product as a process batch or make to order product depending on the type of product. This company has the modules which are called distribution, which includes inventory control, physical inventory, purchasing, supply schedules, quotations, sales orders and invoices, customer schedules, configured products. It also includes sales analysis, how much has been sold in one proper segment, what product and what specifications. Now, having said so, let us see this manufacturing ERP package also has product features, which includes product structure, design, the dimensions, the material used in the process. Now, these are important things because ERP, as I said in the beginning, makes use of the optimum use of all the available resources. Now, material, say for example, wheat flour. If you buy as a raw wheat flour, it costs about 10-12 rupees a kilo. But if you buy a finished product which uses wheat as a raw material, that may cost 100 rupees a kilo. So value addition is a part of ERP package, and that comes in the design and the processes which use this wheat flour as the ingredient and make final product. So this package provides that value addition to the system. It's a routing, work centers and operations. Formula and process ingredients also can be designed by this package. Work orders handling, shop floor control, how the process is controlled on the shop floor. Repetitive modules, the quality management perspective. Finally, this module also has a financial package which includes general ledger, which can be multi-currency, dollars, yens, rupees, and so on, accounts payable, receivable, payroll, cost management, cash management, fixed assets. And this continues. Every package given by various vendors, SAP, BAN, Manufacturing Pro, and so on, have their own strengths. Most of these industries have identified a particular segment where their package has some strong values. Now SAP, for example, is very good package for a very big organization which has multi-location, multi-product system, multi-currency system, multi-cultural background, and so on. Unfortunately, this package is a little expensive, but most of the industries which follow the criteria of multi-location, multi-currency go for SAP's ERP package. Normally, it takes very long time to implement. Some Indian companies took 2 to 3 years in implementing, which to some extent was not properly implemented. They were not 100% successful. Then there are middle-level companies. Eastern Software Company in India is one which is for small, medium-scale industries. Very economical package which costs between 5 to 10, 15 lakhs rupees. Can be implemented within few 6, 7, 8 weeks, and has given wonderful results for very small and medium-scale organizations. In between Eastern Software Company and SAP, there is a broad spectrum where all other players come into picture and provide the ERP package. The bottom line is the organizations which invest in ERP, money-wise, time-wise, human resource-wise, must be ready to change from the legacy system to the new system, should identify as is situation and what they want to be. And finally, once this is taken care of, they cannot only succeed, but will be able to sustain the success and become the real leaders in the segment in which they are doing the business, whether it's the service industry or the manufacturing industry. Thank you very much, viewers, for watching this program. Thank you.